I'll crank it up so you can hear. This thing sounds pretty good, right? So let me take out the loop. I'm gonna go to cue point. Okay, so what are we rocking with? This is the DDJ-FLX4 by Pioneer. It is a Rekordbox and Serato compatible controller. It was pretty affordable, and so far I'm quite happy with it. It was definitely hard to get because of the chip shortage and the backlog with China, but it did finally arrive, and I wanted to share it with you all. So basically what you have in the middle is your standard 2-channel mixer, and on either side you've got deck A and deck B, and you've got your, let me crank this up so you can hear this a little better. Alright, so you've got your filter knobs, you've got your low, your mid, your high, your gain, your main output. You've got your looping, so right now we're looping that little section. If I want to make that shorter, right? Over here you've got your sync button. You've got your platters. You saw me scratching at the beginning, so these things they scratch fine. It's much smaller than a CDJ, but you know, like for reference, there's my hand. I have a big hand, but it's like half the size of the platter on a CDJ, but it works. And again, the whole point is that this thing's supposed to be compatible, compact. So I'm happy with. Also, if you look at the hot cue buttons, they're pretty small. They're like 30% smaller than I'm used to, but same thing. They work, and the whole point of this thing is to keep it small and affordable. So this is just to kind of mention this. This is not something you would want to bring to a nightclub, not something you'd want to bring to a wedding. I'll show you some other reasons why in a second, but this is great for practice and great for house parties. So yeah, I don't know. Most of you are probably actual DJs, so I don't have to talk through all the buttons, but you know, your cue, your play, your hotkeys, your tempo, slider, shift in case you want to do something, you know, that is shift enabled. You've got your headphone jack here. Right now I'm rocking a pair of AKG headphones. These things are great. And take it to the back. So I'm kind of proud of this. In the back I have the RCA outs. The main outs of this are RCA only. There's no XLR or 1/4 inch. And so I'm taking what I bought on Amazon are 2 6-foot mono cables that go RCA to 1/8 inch headphone jack, just like that. So I wanted them to be single and not like a combined pair, because you know, if the cables were together like that and stuck together, then I wouldn't be able to separate these speakers out the way I want to. So I can put these speakers 6 feet away from each other and have some nice stereo going. So I'm plugging this back in, and what else can I show off? So I got 2 books, so that stabilizes the DJ controller, which again is plugged out of the RCA outs into the Bose SoundLink Revolve 2 speakers. Got the headphone coming into the headphone jack and the USB-C going into the computer. I don't believe I've mentioned yet that when I first plugged this in, I did encounter an issue. I was plugging the USB-C out into a USB-C hub that was then plugging into my computer, and it wasn't working. Rekordbox was not picking up the signal from this thing. So I first went to see if there was a driver I needed to download. It turned out there was no driver necessary. So I just tried bypassing the USB-C hub, and it worked immediately. It was completely plug and play, no issues, no drama. So overall, I'm happy with the experience. Ooh, we're running out of time, so I'm gonna loop that. Barely caught the end of that track. That's funny. I've been training my ears to catch tracks as they're going out. there's one more thing I wanted to show you. That is that right now, let's see, we are, so if I scroll up here, we are rocking a playlist that is coming from SoundCloud. So you can see SoundCloud. So because I didn't want to bust out my hard drive that I normally use, because I'm trying to do this super compact setup, I just decided to, plug into SoundCloud. So I pay like $5 a month or something like that for SoundCloud Go. And, I'm happy to do it because it supports the artist. And that gives me access to their songs in the cloud. So here is this playlist. Most of these are actually DJ sets that I've put onto SoundCloud. So if you want to check me out, please do. I have like 50 or 60 mixes on SoundCloud. They're all different genres. But this is a playlist of tracks called Chill Deep House. And I just picked a couple random tracks and put them in. So that's really cool. I mean, what else can I say? It's, for $5 you have everything that's on SoundCloud, and it works great on your iPad on apps like Tractor and DJ, and it also works great on Rekordbox, probably on Serato as well. I don't use Serato, but if I did, I would know. And so yeah, I'll just show you what it looks like when you're dragging a track over. So I always like to double check, like, what deck are we playing on? We're playing on deck A, left, so we don't want to drop a track on the wrong deck. So best rule of thumb is to actually look at your meter, look at your faders, pause the deck that you're not using, so that it's obvious. It's not playing also here. So then it's like, okay, so let's drag a random track. What is the BPM? BPM right now is 128. So this track, which may or may not work, we'll see, is it's calculating. And this takes a little longer because this is coming from the cloud. But anyway, we've got our tempo fader here so we can adjust this. It just popped up, so it's 123. So let's go up to 128. The tempo fader is kind of small. I guess there is a way to set it to have a smaller range, so I should probably do that, but that's close enough, 127.99. So let's bring this in. So it's a little off. I have noticed this thing, it's a tiny bit laggy. I don't know if it's me, but I feel like this lags more because I'm used to playing on CDJs and it's always really instant with them when you hit play that the song starts. So it wasn't the world's greatest mix, but it was on beat. I'll take it. Wouldn't stop the dance floor. Wouldn't impress anybody, but wouldn't stop the dance floor. Really, the funny thing is, DJs are so concerned about so many things that most people in the audience would not notice. But of course, I am making a video for DJs, so I'm like, this has to be perfect. But anyway, we're just winging it here. I'm having fun on my brand new Pioneer DDJ-FLX4 on the Rekordbox app, and rocking out of my Bose SoundLink Revolve 2 speakers. And I really appreciate you watching. My name is DJ Ethan Stone. I hope to see you in another video real soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.